this part off. Alrighty then. Hello. You signed on in there? Need to check the audio. Check the audio. Perfect. 1 2 1 2. No background noise? Perfect. I'm using the camera audio from the microphone over here. Perfect. So today is about education. How y'all doing, guys? All right. Anybody signed on? This is first 10 minutes in. We're about to start recording now. Whoa. Hello. Hello. Oh yeah. So now, if you are logged in, this is my TikTok, Still Moments NYC. I do audio, video, pictures, everything else. Today is just nothing but education. It's gonna be nothing but an education run. We're not running no machines. I have this camera set up. This camera right here is actually hooked up to my R8. My R8 camera, and you can see the difference between quality of picture. This is my 980 Logitech, and it's a different kind of quality of picture. But as you see, when you hook up a real camera to it, oh my God, you can get that. You can get that aliasm. You see, that's only on a nifty 50. So I have the R8 hooked up to a nifty 50. I don't even have a capture card hooked up to this. So when I mean it's nothing but an educational run, I want to show people a little bit about the stuff that's going on. Um, right now, I'm about to open up the utility that I found a little bit later. You see how good the quality is? So me saying the good quality is see how it focuses on my face? It gives all the good and bad detail. So this program was free from Canon. So since I have a Canon R8, which I also have an M50, and I also have a 60D, and with the software they have, I can literally plug a USB into my camera, and then not USB, USB-C into my camera, and then plug it directly into my computer, and this is what I can get out of it. I can use it as a webcam. And a lot of people, I've been looking all over online, and I've seen a lot of people doing a lot of different things. Like literally, what they've been doing is taking the webcam, plugging a whole bunch of wires, and running software you have to pay for, and all this other stuff. Where Canon made it easy for you. When I mean made it easy, I mean I plug a wire in, download the software, it recognizes it, and boom. And look at the quality on my face, because that's because I have a quality camera, obviously. But I could even play with some of my settings on here and get a better picture than I got now. That's the crazy part. But I'm just gonna keep it at a decent, keep it decent. I'm that B. Thanks for being live on here with me. I appreciate you. Um, so today, like I said, it's going to be about education. I am going to, for a fact, I'm going to be doing educational thing. So I had one of my days where I took the day to engrave a lot of things. Being that I took the day to engrave a couple of things. Oh, Yappin' Lens, what's good? What's good? I see you made it, my brother. I appreciate you for showing up. Today is going to be an education day. I'm literally going to be showing some of my pictures, and outside my pictures, I'm gonna be showing, like right now, this camera right here I'm looking at you with is my R8, and literally, it's amazing. You would actually love this idea too. Basically, what I've done. You don't want to learn? You gotta learn something. You can use your camera at home to plug in directly to your desktop, and if you want to do a live, do it like this, also wireless. Again, I'm helping out the people that don't know, and I did some engraving, so with this camera, you get to see my engraving up close. You see how the camera is switching off and on? It's a beautiful thing. This is with my 50 millimeter. So earlier I did some engraving, and the engraving I did was, like I said before, I worship my wife. So being that I worship my wife, I have an engraving. Oh, Carlitos, what's up? What's up? Appreciate you for showing up. Um, Being that I worship my wife, I did a Pennywise. Let's see if it focuses. There you go. Boom. You see that? It's aimed on objects. I actually got to change the setting on this. See, I'm trying to get y'all to see what I see, but in order for me to do that, I got to put it right next to my face. Because I have the setting hooked on person. If I put it on any object, then all I have to do is move it around and it'll do. But this Pennywise was engraved in 4 minutes, and the detail is amazing. I'm using this as a bookmark. On Saturday, I will put my hand. Ah, my man. He said, heck, oh, my man, I appreciate you. That's what I'm talking about. See, again, I need help just like everybody else. I'm new to this, but I'm trying to give them as much knowledge as I can. And I appreciate you for showing up. The cam, oh, it focused by itself like that. Now, mind you, I got a nifty 50 on here, so I don't know how close I can get without, you know, it focusing on. Oh, I can focus it with the focus ring. My man, see, yo, that's what I'm talking about. Interactive. So that's the details. Everybody needs a little help sometime, and I appreciate the help when I can get it. So this is one of the items, right? I'm using this as a bookmark. I engraved this on my nifty X-Tool F2. Boom. Okay, so this is what it starts with. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you another one I did. Something else I did. Yapping Lens. You probably going to appreciate this. For Yapping Lens, that's my boy. Oh, let me see. Is it going to show? It's going to show. Trying to figure this out. I'm going to figure this out. Like I said, there you go. What's up, Yapping Lens? You already see what I'm doing, right? I made a couple for you for your shirt, so when you do your trips through the botanical garden, do your thing, you could post up and have your stuff on there. I made a couple. You already know, brother. And like I said, for me, when I say education, I'm going to be talking about like my pictures. My new thing is when I walk around taking pictures of everybody, when I walk around taking pictures of everybody, they always ask me, what do you do? I'm a photographer, even though I have a camera on me and everything. I say I'm a photographer, and they're like, oh, okay, you're a photographer. But they don't see my work. So you know what I'm going to start doing? I'm going to start walking around with these on my clothing. So I'm going to have my still moments NYC on my shirt, and also the pictures of the hawks and everything I took pictures of. So, like I said, this is the education day, and I didn't want to run around and do everything, like I normally do. I'm just going to give you a sample of the stuff I'm going to be showing on Saturday. Saturday, we have a flea market, Grand Avenue. If you on my Instagram, on my TikTok, I'll be posting it today or tomorrow. And feel free to show up. The tables are free. If you want to show up, contact me. And I'm throwing stuff out there. Who else is on here? Who else is on there? Recommendations. My man, my man. So I got the X Tool F2, and I appreciate my man help. But look at that, look at that. I made this card with it. This card took me 36 seconds to make, and I can make it in different colors. Create a QR code and make it. I've done that. I've done that plenty of times on this thing. See, this is one of the QR codes I made, right? If you want to see some crazy stuff, I can even go crazier. So with the program that I use Snapseed, right? With Snapseed, I found out that I can create a QR code directly from I can create a QR code directly from the software, that if you scan it, you can use my exact settings and see exactly the settings that I see when I placed it in there to edit. And that doesn't count just for editing, because most of my camera pics is 3 out of camera. I usually clean it up with Snapseed, but sometimes, like these pictures of the Hulk, didn't have to clean it up, didn't have to change the mood. I just looked at my settings and seen what worked. I'll just start working on some double layers and stuff like that. So getting through this, my man. So there you go. So I want to also show, if anybody knows what limestone is. Limestone is a black stone that people use for like coasters and stuff. So I took a regular coaster. Hold up, wait. Boom, boom, boom. Took a regular coaster and I engraved on it. When I mean engraved on it, look at that. Look at that. And these are the kind of things I was doing all day. I was just making stuff to show people when I actually get a chance to go to the flea market, I have something to sell. So this is another one I did. And this is why I had to set this camera up. Because this one, I don't know what the restrictions are, but this was one of those ones that if you read it, you know it. Under here, it says, exact wording, it says, sometimes the best answer is no answer. And on that mug that they're talking about, that mug, it says, I'm done. See, I like starting up a little controversy here and there if I can. I try my best to help out where I can. And I'm always having the situation of wanting to do more and do better for me and my crew, or me and the people that I chill with, or I choose to spend my time with. Like my boy Yappin' Lens. We already go. It says still is soft. TTL is soft? What is that? Get clipped, bro. Oh, I got you. I ain't mean to, but like I said, I'm trying something new. I don't know the restrictions. I'm not gonna curse on here because I really rarely curse in myself. But the actual things that I make, I want people to scream it out. So I need people to look. And once they look, then I got their attention for 2 seconds. If they give me 2 seconds, I'll give them the world. So, like I said, with this particular camera, it picks up everything. And like I said, I have a couple things I would like to show people. And I appreciate the interactions. I mean, like, I'm texting back. So, what fun. D nice, see, that comes from a person that's a real person. She said D nice, you're like, what fun is that? I get it, 100% I get it. So I want to show y'all exactly like I said on Snapseed. I took a screenshot of one of the prints I was talking about. When I mean screenshot, I took a picture of the QR code that was created from Snapseed. And with that QR code, I want to say it was amazing that it came out the way it came out. Where is that? Obviously, when you look for something, you never find it. You know what? We're going to cut straight to camera roll. Yeah, see, D Nice is funny. I love that D Nice is here. I appreciate her candor because at least she shows up and shows out. You know what I mean? Like, and speak your mind. I'm all for speaking your mind. I might not have to be able to speak my mind, but at least you can speak your mind. Only because it's freedom of speech. I try my best. Hey man, listen. As much as I can, I can. I'm actually recording this on live too, so I might be posting this up later. But like I said, let me go to my camera. So I downloaded all the pictures that I got off of this my camera, and I have an 8 terabyte hard drive in here. So now I can bring over pictures that I like to show y'all of what I'm talking about, like the stuff I do, some of the camera shots I do, and what my view is. And if y'all want, y'all can critique. I'm all okay with critiquing. The reason why I'm okay with it, because most people don't have that confidence in their craft. I actually done some shots. I've done a lot of different camera reels. And when I mean reels, I mean some real shows. I've done some real photography shoots. So I'm not worried about if somebody feels some type of way of what I do. Look at that, look at that. And I love that I can blow some of this stuff up. So those pictures that y'all seen earlier were small edited versions of what I have here. And when I mean edited, this is straight out of camera. Straight out of camera. I was running around Botanical Garden catching this hawk. So what I had to do in Snapseed was legit take this picture, crop it, and add a little bit mid light to it. Just a little bit mid. But what made me actually grab that picture itself, because look at this. These are crows, by the way. These are crows attacking the camera. Now, these pictures that you're seeing right now are legit pictures that are coming directly out of my camera. So you see what I see. No edits, no nothing. Look at that. Look at that. This is with a 600 millimeter lens. 600 millimeter lens. And sometimes I add a little flare and add a little here and there's to it. But at least I know for a fact if I'm doing that, I'm doing it from an honest place. And if you need to know, this is the day I did it with this person. I'm a very big fan of my wife. This is what they have posted at the Botanical Gardens. And like I said, today's just about learning. This picture, I have an idea. I didn't post it yet because I'm going to add a little light over here. I'm going to broaden it up. And everybody thinks when I do these casts. Wait, let me make sure. I'm going to go to the chat and make sure everybody's good. I use a 70 to 200 lens for that. I appreciate the question. 100%. I use a 70 to 200. For the hawk, though, to occur. The endless photos to occur. Interesting. I don't understand that. It always. Let me see something. See, I can only see part of the conversation because of my limitations on this. All right. It says, it always a great thing to have your wife as a subject. Exactly. I try my best to have my wife as a subject. It gives us more us time. But what did you mean by the endless photos to occur? I have a lot of photos, but when I mean photos, the photos that inspire me is the ones I post. I put a protection on them and everything else. Now, with the settings I use for that hawk in that sky, I use a 600 millimeter manual lens. I'm on my way to try to buy a bigger lens, which the bigger lens is going to be an 800 millimeter. I don't even care about the f-stop now. Now that I know how to manipulate the triangle much better because I'm taking these wilderness shots. Style Urban Studio. Oh, okay, okay. So I am, me personally, I am more of uh, location, weddings, lifestyle, and I'm getting into street photography, and I'm getting into um, animals photography because like wildlife, it attracts me. The birds, the squirrels, the nature. Like me, I run around with a hawk since I was turned 18. I have a hawk on my arm. That's why I like taking pictures of hawk. I'm a free spirit. And like I said, for me being a free spirit, I love how nature inspires me to be the person I am today. And as per urban, yeah, I'm straight. I grew up in the South Bronx, 705 Girard Avenue, right around the corner from the old Yankee Stadium. So I grew up a little hard because if you know that area, there's a lot of stuff that even though it was around the corner from Yankee Stadium, a lot of stuff went down over there. So for me, that camera brings me out of my comfort space. It brings me into a place where I'm allowed to show my feelings through the lens. So by me showing my feeling through the lens, it's like, yes. You see what I'm saying? It's inspiring, and I appreciate you for showing up on this site because that's the kind of thing that I'm trying to inspire. I'm trying to invoke more positivity because I grew up around so much negative, and I got more years behind me than I do in front of me. Hopefully, I got some more coming out, but even if I live to be 100, it's too soon. So for me, I'm trying to live my best life, and like I said, with the lens, I get behind that lens, and I'm at an event, and I'm taking these shots. I'm like, because it's like I learned another craft. I've been doing carpentry over 30 years. So I know how to build a house. I'm EPA certified. I have over 16 certificates in construction. So I know how to build a house. I know how to do the floors. I'm a master of floors and ceilings. Meaning that if there's something wrong with your ceiling, I can fix it, no matter what it is. Something wrong with your floor, depending on how much money you want to spend, I can fix it. And I do project apartments too. You know, sometimes the people just don't want to wait for maintenance. I've done brownstones. I've done commercial, stuff like that. So being that's the case for me, it's nothing for me to just say, I'm trying my best to be a positive light on somebody. Because if me smiling today can help the next person tomorrow, guess what? Tomorrow didn't come yet. So more likely they start today until tomorrow. And like I said, I'm just trying to my positivity flow, man. That's a true story. I want to get into some more of these pictures. Like I took some more pictures of random things. So when I mean random, watch this. You see that? That's the hawk. That's not a big. That's not the hawk. That's a baby robin, I believe. The person yapping lens, my boy, he is of awe. Which bird is this yapping lens? I know you know. You know how I know you know? Because you are more bird-like man than me. I'm learning a lot from Mr. Yapping Lens. Matter of fact, that's the bird that I took a picture of that was flying off. This is a picture that you didn't see. So let me see. Matter of fact, let me get a better picture of it. There you go. That sounds good. The reason why I say that, because again, I'm getting into bird watching. I'm not there yet. And oh, there it goes. There's a better picture. So you're gonna see a better picture right here. There you go. I caught him in mid drift only because when you're shooting with a manual lens, this is what happens. Manual lens takes a little away from the blur, but again, I'm learning my triangle a little bit better, so I'm trying to do it on the spot a little bit better. And let me see. When I'm using my wife as a subject, watch this. So this is something y'all seeing that nobody else is seeing. You see that? I caught that moment in mid, and all I have to do is crop it and catch the rightness. You know what I mean? Like even for me with her, she's my flower. I love her with everything, not with some, but everything. Being that's the case for me taking care and taking pictures of a subject that's willing to let me do this. Come on, look at that. Look at that smile. That's what I'm saying. All right, I ain't gonna let it be all about me. Let me get back to artistic. Oh, let me just matter of fact, let me just show you one more. This is one I did post, and it came right out the botanical gardens. It was a thing that they had straight out of camera. See how the colors bounces on. I did this with my 200 to no 70 to 200. Candid moments. Rock. Thank you, appreciate you. See that's why I love, man. I love hard. Great shot. See, and this is what I mean. Today was a day that I'm not gonna rush and do a whole bunch of engraving like I normally do. I love my engraver. I am not taking away from none of my engraving, but I also love my photography and little things I did. So we're gonna do a couple more pictures. Then I'm gonna show you some more stuff I engraved today. Let me see. Oh, matter of fact, I took my 35 millimeter camera out, and I went to a museum that my wife suggested I go to, and I went crazy on it. Look at that. Look at the pics. Look at the pic. Look at the pic. You see that shot? I played with my settings. It came out the perfect blur. I want to say I hit this with the 35 millimeter macro lens, and I opened her up a little bit and I played with it. So this is the kind of stuff, like, again, I'm going to be posting this stuff later. I have so many shots that I want to have time to do the right thing by all of them and give them their light. Like they're going to have their own special day. And I'm going to make sure of it. I appreciate Dad is a noun, my man. Mad's not a noun. I appreciate you for showing up too, brother. Like I said, positive vibes always. I would like to show y'all one other thing that I did. So I like taking pictures of the pigeons on 161st Street by about the Joyner Park, and I made a pendant. Look at that. That's a dog tag, and that's, yes, in color. I can engrave in color. Look how dope that came out, right? When I mean dope, matter of fact, where is my other light? I have another light that I can. Oh, yeah, there you go. Boom, boom, and let me see if this helps out a little bit. Yeah. That's too much flat. That's too much shine. There you go. I'm wasting too much time with this, but this is a pigeon. This is literally a pigeon pendant that I made out just because I love taking pictures of the pigeons, and I love the wingspan and everything else. So that's one thing I did today. One other thing I did today. Then I made a flask. Now the funny thing is, the flask. See that picture of the bird? That's my picture. I put a picture that I took on a flask, and I put on the flask, so high, stay strong, soar high, stay strong, and enjoy every sip. And that's literally the picture of my bird that I took a picture of. And I can put it on anything, including engraving, chains, stuff like that. I can't engrave on people, but we not trying to do all that. Keeping it clean. You already know, bro. I'm trying my best to make it make sense. So I just wanted to also share, like I said, you see the difference between this camera and that camera? That camera is my webcam, which says HD 1080, but the clarity is nothing like the R8. And I have an M50, which more likely gonna probably be my permanent fixture camera for my webcam too. So like for me, I'm just happy to be here and happy that I can spend time with everybody here. I just showed you an engraving. Oh, I want to show this other one. This other one I was very, very proud of. So I was traveling on my scooter to pick up some food for the family. I stopped. When I stopped, I was like, something flashed me in the face. I was like, it was meant for me to see this. I found a butter knife in the middle of the concourse. And it caught me off guard because after I took it, I put it in my scooter. I scooted home. I'm thinking fentanyl. You know, people put stuff down so you can touch it and you can die because of fentanyl. But, you know, I'm a 70s baby, so I'm not the smartest tool in the shed, but I know how to build stuff, and I can take a like licking and keep on ticking. So based on that, I have the butter knife, right? The reason why I picked up the butter knife is because the first thing I thought, I want to engrave on it. It's that shiny piece of metal I want to engrave on it. Look at what I did. Boom. You see that? You see that? This is the shiny thing that caught my eye. And you see that writing in the middle? That writing in the corner right there? I wonder if I can zoom in on it. I can't zoom in on it. It'd be cool. I'm going to read it to you. It says, I will find you. Because as you see, it's an atlas. It's really an atlas. And I put it on both sides. There you go. I put it on both sides. I think things like this is amazing for people to figure out and learn. Like, Mr. I Am Solid, you brung up a great point. What direction am I going through? My day gives me my direction. And what I mean by that is when I decide today I want to take pictures, today I want to engrave, today I knew I didn't want to be outside because today hit 101. It might have cooled off with the rain, but I'm not bringing my camera equipment out like that. Oh, interesting. Miss D Nice, what's up, what's up? She put 70 babies ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. I was made in the 70s, but born in the 80s. 100% respect. I was out there. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I appreciate you. And these are kind of things where I say, you know, interaction with the people is all I ask for. You know, when you grow up a certain way, you do a certain thing, you want to live a certain life. So the next thing I will be engraving on is this little guy, something I took from my past. You know, it's one of those pullback cars. I couldn't afford that when I was a kid. Now as an adult, I find it here and there, and I'm thinking I'm put my name on the hood with a little graffiti. Let me see. Put my name on the hood with a little graffiti, and it's a nice green color. Woo! It's gonna be sexy. By next week, you'll see what this is gonna turn out to be. So I let y'all know what I was doing. If anybody, matter of fact, let me see. Do I have Snapseed on here? I can show you with a live edit. Snapseed. Do I have Snapseed? It's the funny thing. So I do have it. Interesting. That's nice to know I have it. Hold on, they have it. I don't have it. They have it. I don't want to say I don't want to sit here and download it on here right this second to do a whole bunch of stuff. But like I said, for everything that I've been doing and been trying to do, oh, what happened? So guys, I lost the Instagram feed. I don't know how I lost it. Wait, is something open right here? Instagram feed. No, the TikTok feed I meant. I said Instagram, the TikTok feed. I don't know why it closed on me, but sometimes that happens. So now I cannot read your comments. If you are commenting on anything, I cannot read the comments. So I hope everything is still moving smoothly. I don't know how to re-get it in again, but like I said, since I can't read the comments, Yappin' Lens, if you can help me out and answer any questions or anything that comes through, or send it by text. You know what I mean? Like I said, that's my boy. Most of the pictures that I took was with him. We went some places, did some things, made some things happen. Talking about overexposures, underexposures. I learned a lot about the triangle. Um, I roll out with the Real Dads Network, and we did some other things, man. So even when I was out there, y'all probably seen one version of this picture, but like I said, group of people doing a group of things, straight out of camera. And as you know, when you're taking pictures with cameras, if it's a little underexposed, you can always bring life to it. If it's overexposed, you could too, but if it's too overexposed, it's a lot of editing to go around. So that's why I try my best to do better with that. I'd like to know if I'm missing anything. So right now, I'm already half an hour in, and this is usually the time I'm cutting off. If anybody have any questions or want to know what they want to do for what you would like me to do for next week Wednesday, send me a comment, send me a post. I'm gonna start sending these videos on TikTok and Instagram to see if I can, get some motion in here. Other than that, I appreciate everybody for showing up. I'm gonna end it on a great note because I had interaction today. Now that I can't see the interaction, it's kind of messed up, but I know for a fact at the beginning of this, I had some interaction with some good people. I am solid. Um, that is not a noun. Those are my peoples, like I said, and for me, it's like a mentorship when I find good people that think just like me and act like me. Try to bring some positive in this world. Other than that, y'all all have a wonderful night. And again, you have any questions about my setup? I spent no extra money to use my camera as a webcam. No extra money. I already had the wires here. You just download the software and plug in, and you get this. You know what I mean? Like, you really get in there. So other than that, hasta pasta, good stuff. Y'all all have a wonderful, wonderful week, wonderful weekend, and do your thing. As my mother would